Hey guys, how's everybody today? Great, good stuff, I love it. I don't know, shall I sit up here? Or should, no, actually I'll sit down here. I don't know. Oh, hey, let me just adjust this camera. It's not a camera, it's my phone. Yes, so I want to tell you guys the story of me moving in with this French family, because I know you guys are like dying to hear me talk about it. So where do I even begin? Basically that morning I woke up in the arms of a beautiful, sexy guy from Chile. He was actually booked in the same hostel room as me. And so, yeah, like we were talking the night before, and then one thing led to another. We went downstairs, had a couple of drinks, and then I snuck him into my bed that night. They did have posters in the bathrooms that were like, don't bring anyone back, like da-da-da. Technically I didn't. He paid to stay there, so that one's on you guys. That's right. So I wake up in his arms, basically, and we decided to like do it again. And by doing it, for the kids watching, I mean play Twister. Okay. Twister, yes. And that morning, like, some of the girls come in and they like, one of them stops like right behind the curtain. And me and him, we just started laughing because we're like, is this girl like watching us? Like, she was standing there for quite some time and I'm just like, I think she's watching us. But we were both like, well, I was like still turned on by the game and he was clearly turned on. So we just kept going. We were just like, why not? So yeah, like there was no like, but yeah, it was weird because like she kept giggling and like laughing and watching, and we're just like, well, here's a free show, why not? So then after all that stuff happened, I was like, we went to have breakfast together and that was cool and everything, and then I was like to him, like, I have to go, like I'm gonna meet up with my host family today. So I messaged my friend Sophie because I gave her my luggage before I went on my Kentucky tour. So I said to her, like, hey, like, I knew, like, the day before I was going to pick up my luggage from her, but she didn't bring my luggage bag to her work. Stop it. So yeah, there was some kind of like security issue. She was like, I can't, like, they're going to check my bags in Disneyland. And I'm like, oh God. So I messaged her and she was like, oh, like, I haven't got, like, I'm not working today, but I'm going to go in at 4 because I've got some dance lessons. So I'm like, cool, I'll meet you then. So like between like meeting up with her and that time, I was like, quick, like pack all my bags. So I was doing all my washing at the same time. I was like backing up my iPhone, I think, because I don't know, I was like charging all my devices. I was just like trying to do everything at the same time. I'm just like, oh my God, like I need to get everything done quickly, hurry up. I literally used like 4 dryers at the same time in the hostel to like dry my clothes. I think people would have gotten pissed. I did the same thing with like the washing machines as well. I used like 4 washing machines at the same time. I was like, I don't care. And like the cool thing is in the hostel, it's like some people, I think they pay for things, but they don't realize. And so the room's empty, no one's there. And there's these like machines ready to go. Like they've already been paid for because no one's using them. And I'm like, well, I'm going to use it. Don't waste money. Now you'll learn. Just doing one of those buns, do you know what I mean? Like, you know when your hair looks really gross, like really gross, dirty looking, you put it into a really cute bun, so then when people see you, they're like, oh, wow, what a cute bun, like you look so cute, and I'm like, thank you, but in your head, you're like, my hair looks so freaking greasy, but thanks for the compliment. So the time came, basically, I think it was like getting near like 3, close to 3 p.m. almost. I wanted to make sure that I I gave myself like an hour and a half to get to Disneyland, because it does take a bit of time in case there was some like delays or something, because I had to change 2 stations to get to Disneyland. So it's about an hour, sometimes an hour and a half, depending. So I had to go to Nation Station. No, I had to go to Saint Denis, so Saint Denis, then Nation Station, and then from there the MLV Chessy line. I got there, met up with her. She was so scared about me like meeting this host family, and I was like, it's gonna be fine. But then like low-key, like her telling me about like her fears kind of amplified mine on the inside. I was like, oh, my neck is so itchy. How you doing? It was getting close to like 5:30. And I was like, okay, it's time to take the train. Let's go. Like, we'll go and meet this host family. So, and they live on like the opposite side. So you've got Paris in the middle, and you've got, I think Disneyland is on this side, and the place that I was going to, which was like, it's basically like near Poissy, that's what they say in French, Poissy. So I'm like, oh my god, I've got a long way to travel. And like the travel app was saying to me like, oh, it's gonna be like an hour and a half to get there, like max hour and a half. And I was like, okay, cool, like I'm really prepared, I've got my luggage, let's go. And it took me like, it didn't take long for me to figure out like which lines I had to take and stuff. So I was like, cool, this is really easy. So from Chessy, I basically had to make it back to Nation Station. And from there, that's when everything just went downhill. I was like, what the hell? It turns out that the line that I needed to take was under some like, I don't know, like construction works and stuff. And I'm just like, oh my god, like help me. And to make things worse, like even when I got to Paris to start with before my travels, like it was hell trying to lag around my suitcase. My suitcase was like 30 kilograms, like 30 kilograms. That's a lot. For someone of my size, that is freaking huge. Yeah. I'm just like, how am I going to do this? I don't understand. And so I was like struggling to get upstairs. I'm like heaving this thing. It was so heavy. I had to, every single time I had to get a stranger to help me with the stairs, because like they don't have escalators in like the Paris underground. So I'm just like, oh my god, like I need help. And there was this like one guy who like saw me. He like looked and he like saw me struggling, but he didn't want to help me. So I'm like, so intentionally I went up to him and I'm like, excuse me, can you help me please? I need help with my luggage. And, like I could see in his face he was like, oh you freaking. But like I was like, thank you. But really I didn't care, because I'm like, you asshole, you knew that I needed help, you saw me, you looked, and then you tried to look away. Like, no. So yeah, basically I had to change like 3 different stations. It was getting so frustrating. The family was like messaging me, like, where are you? Like, are you okay? Like, and I couldn't like connect with the data. Oh my god, I think I've got a cold. I went up to like the different like people that help you at the station. I was like, hi, I need help. Like, how do I get here? And like got 3 different answers from 3 different people. And I'm like, I don't even know the place. So I had to kind of like use my instincts a bit. Eventually I made it to the station. And the dad's like, oh, I'll pick you up on this side of the station. And I'm like, okay, cool. Met him down there. And I think that's the moment when I realized, I was like, this is real now. Like, you're not in Paris anymore, sweetie. You're in France. Like, there's Paris and then there's France. Paris is very touristy and like, you know, it's what we're all told about, you know. It's so romantic and everything. And then you get to France and you're like, okay, they don't speak English here. Like, that was, I think that was the biggest hit for me when I first came here, was like, oh my god, like this is real now. Like, the dad starts talking to me in like French. He's like, comment ça va? Like, how are you? And all these things. And I'm just like, oh, there's no English here. And like, at least I was like practicing a lot when I was in Paris, which is good. And even like on my holiday, but oh my god, it was like so real now. Yeah, and like originally when I like was talking to family, I was like, oh, you know, it's like on the outskirts of Paris. It's gonna be like suburbia, you know, it's gonna be like, I don't know, it's still gonna be like similar to Paris. It wasn't like, oh, you're just on the outskirts of Paris. It's a village with like a little church, a little town centre, houses everywhere. Like it was a full-on village, and I was like, oh my God, like this is real. We're in the village now. Yeah, and it was just like, and I was exhausted. I mean, the train was 3 hours. It was 3 hours to get to this family. Like, I was just like, by the end of it, I was like, thank God I made it. Yeah, so I'll talk to you guys next time. Oh, this bun is so cute. Oh, it's adorable. Can't even tell I'm full of grease. All right, well, catch you guys next time. See you then. Crap.